home games. Thanks for joining us. That is Steve Milton from the Hamilton Spectator down below. Beside him, Rick Zamperin from 900 CHML Radio. Above him, Bubba O'Neill from CHCH TV Sports. My name is Scott Radley. I'm with the Hamilton Spectator and 900 CHML. And today, it is the 1 minute debate. Here's how this works. I am going to give these guys each a topic. They will have 1 minute to make their case for whatever it is that they decide is the case they want to make. And today, Rick Zamperin, we are imbuing you with all the powers of the universe. You are the Lord and Master of the sports galaxy, and you can eliminate one thing. It could be anything. It could be a uniform. It could be a rule. It could be an event. It could be literally anything. You can prevent one thing in sports from ever being done again. What is it? You have 1 minute. 3, 2, 1, begin.
So if I could, I would ban 30 other NHL teams so the Leafs automatically win the cup, but that's not my answer. Listen, all-star games, Pro Bowls, midsummer, midwinter, mid-whatever season classics, they are awful. They once served a purpose. I think it was Ace Bailey who, triggered the first NHL All-Star game after I think he died in an on-ice incident, and they said, hey, we got to raise money for his family. Let's hold an All-Star game. And it was the defending Stanley Cup champs versus an NHL All-Star team. Ever since, the All-Star game has been bad. The Pro Bowl has been atrocious. We just got through a weekend of the NBA All-Star game. Still bad, even during a pandemic. And, baseball's All-Star game is just atrocious. Like, no one cares, number one. Yeah, you win home field advantage for the World Series. No one gives a poop. The Pro Bowl is an absolute joke, so much so that they don't even have to play the game, really. Name your Pro Bowlers, name your All-Stars, name your favorite players, but don't play the game.
Anybody disagree that All-Star games are good? The NBA All-Star game
baseball.
Used to be great.
Give me baseball. I think it's still good as long as the best players play, because it so closely resembles the game that is normally played. The other three don't.
It's the best of the best.
And I don't think the winner gets the home field anymore. I think they changed that last year.
And Ace Bailey, by the way, did not die.
Broken skull.
Yeah, he ended up being the penalty box keeper, I think, for many, or goal judge at.
That's right.
For many years.
Sorry, Ace.
But yeah, but point well made.
Great idea, but I used to love the NBA All-Star game. It was fantastic, and then I don't know what happened. Maybe I got older, or maybe the game changed a bit. But I don't know, something. Something.
I think partly on that, Scott. There's lots of great play in the NBA, like all those great dunks and everything you used to see more of. But the regular season shows an awful lot of that.
Happen all the time, yeah.
And
that said, guys, with that said, last year's NBA All-Star game I thought was pretty exciting with that rule change to play 4 individual quarters, and they changed to that FIBA rule that the Canadian Elite Basketball League used in terms of its ending. I thought it was kind of exciting.
It's interesting.
Yeah, you know what? The slam dunk contest, when it was new, was great. Now it's become kind of tiresome, but all those things, for the NHL one, I wish they'd go back to, remember Showdown? I wish they would bring in Showdown from the intermission thing. But anyway.
Yes.
All right, Bubba O'Neill, one thing as almighty master of everything in sports that you can ban forever. 3, 2, 1, begin.
I'm going to get very football specific here, and it's more in the NFL, but I see it happening a little bit more in the CFL. And if I could change anything, there would be a rule change that after field goals and after touchdowns, you would immediately change sides or change players, obviously, because you got to get the offense or defense on the field, and you get right to it. The time clock starts right then. No more 2 more minute commercial after a touchdown. No more 2 more minute commercial after the kickoff. It is grinding to me. It kills the momentum of the game. It drives me nuts. Let's get right to it. There are already enough commercial inserts in these games, and name dropping, and first down is brought to you by, that touchdown is brought to you by. Why do you need to kill me, which actually takes off no time off the clock, but really takes away 5 minutes of my life? Let's get right to it. Kick off, and let's get the offense back out on the field. Drives me nuts.
I would love that.
At the very least, they should do what Formula One has been doing for a few years now, and that picture-in-picture. Go to a commercial break, still show the field, so you get that kind of connection to what's happening.
Yeah, golf's doing that. And very effectively. Very effectively. Yeah.
Yeah, I would love that. I don't know if I would love the loss of revenue, but I would love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a picture-in-picture gives you revenue all over the place.
But even if they went to that split screen, guys, you wouldn't be doing anything because they hold the game up, and that's my point. Is that you have to wait for? I mean, you kick, you get a touchdown, they kick the extra point, then you have to wait. You have to wait for 2 minutes. Then they come back, they kick the ball off, then you have to wait 2 more minutes, right? Come on, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, we're blue skying here, obviously, because some of the stuff can't happen. But you're right, yeah.
Yeah, imagine being a player.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Steve, the one thing that you would ban if you had all-consuming power of the universe in the world of sports. 3, 2, 1, begin.
Well, there's 100. There's 100 things that I would get rid of. But I'm going to go. I'm going to do something unusual for me here. A, keep it short, and B, keep it on the grid. I would get rid of the shootout in hockey in the NHL because it's not much like the game, other than the fact we do have penalty shots type of thing, and there are more of those seemingly being called these days. I would go to what people like, which is that open ice type thing. The 3-on-3 is absolutely great. They've learned how to defend that. So after whatever length of time that is, cut that like they do in minor hockey. Cut tournaments. Cut that to 2-on-2, and then 1-on-1. And that's eventually the same thing as a shootout, which is a skill thing, one player against the other. You'd have to make your choice. Be really entertaining. And I'm getting tired actually of shootouts. I don't watch them half the time.
Steve Milton has just created history.
Yep. I got the clock on. I can see it right now.
Under a minute. Mark this date. No, and not only that, Steve, but your point is great because I've said a long time now, and I think a lot of other people have, that for many, many years, a penalty shot being called in hockey was one of the most exciting things ever. When the referee did the, back to center, now that you get shootouts, who cares about a penalty shot anymore? We see them all the time. They're just another thing. It's ruined a part of hockey.
I'd agree with that. And yeah, they still use them in minor hockey for tournaments and that kind of thing, but you never get to it. Because the 2-on-2 usually has two great players, both offensive usually, playing against each other, and bang, it's over. It's fantastic.
But aren't you just substituting one gimmick for another?
Yes,
yes, you are. Telling me 2-on-2 isn't a gimmick?
Yeah, oh, sure. 3-on-3 is a gimmick.
But it's great.
But it's fantastic. It's entertaining.
I like the idea. Let's do it.
More stars. Let's see more stars.
What would be fantastically weird in that is when you're one-on-one, how do you go for a line change? Because the minute you leave,
that's the thing.
Dump it in the corner.
Now, the thing is, you're going to tire your great players out, of course, especially in these back-to-back times. But what the heck? We're blue skying here.
I think you just open up 3-on-3. I think 10-minute 3-on-3, you're going to get a goal.
As a last resort, it should be goalie on goalie. Whoever scores. If you leave your net,
Rick. One of the things, and I haven't been in a minor hockey game in a long time, is they do 1-on-1 at the end, but it's without the goalies. But you can't score unless you're inside, I think, the hash marks, right? Something like that. So,
Rick, let's forget it. You get down to goalie on goalie, but it's not even scoring. When you get down to the goalie on goalie, they have to go to the center ice circle, and it's a goalie fight. And whoever wins the goalie fight wins the game. There's how you.
Awesome.
All right. One thing that if I had all the power that I would change in the world of sports in 3, 2, 1, here we go. And it's not even really on the field or on the ice. The thing that drives me the most insane about sports right now, I would ban the phrase compete level. Any broadcaster who said he has a high compete level would be ushered off the set and sent on an ice floe to Greenland to spend the rest of his days never talking to anyone again. Compete level is the most idiotic, non-grammatical, nonsensical, stupid, made-up sports broadcaster, stupid filler word that has suddenly caught on, and that people now say, and it means nothing. Why can't you say he competes hard, he plays hard, we like how hard he works? Compete level, and you know who the broadcasters are who say this every single time they're on TV. It's like they're paid to say compete level. There's a clause in their contract that if you say compete level, you get, it's stupid. Stop it. Thank you.
Now this is just such a print guy taking a shot at TV guys. Like, this is unbelievable.
No, look, there's lots of other cliches that people
You're right,
throw
Bob.
around. That is the one that just makes me Looney Tunes because it's so cliche now and so stupid.
Well, as TV guys, we like to steal phrases from coaches, and that's where I think it came from.
Oh, and I would include coaches in that too. They can be on the ice floe to Greenland as well.
Well, the arch enemy of all entertainment is coaches.
Yes,
right?
True. Coaches.
There's a couple of phrases like that, Scott. I don't like, and you don't hear it as much. This player, or the player, and that is a scouting term, and coaching term, and it's as Bubba says, it's taken from the same spot. There's a number of them like that.
There are a few, but the compete level is
easy nicknames.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Compete level and John Tavares post-game interviews may be the worst things on TV. John,
I don't like process either.
Yeah.
Process. Yeah, follow the. That's a new process on. Yeah, believe in the system. All that stuff.
What is that? What's the process?
You know another one too that drives me nuts too. Active sticks.
Yes.
Yeah. Although that has a certain descriptive part of it, but it's getting neutered the more they use it. You're right.
Active sticks.
Active sticks. Well, I can't use that line here or else it's going to sound weird and uncomfortable for the four of us. But nonetheless, thanks for watching. Comment down below. We would love to hear from you on your thoughts. What would you ban if you had control over the entire sports universe? There's got to be something that drives you crazy. We'd love to know what it is. Also, subscribe down below so you know when these videos are coming out. We do them often. We would love to be aware and be able to watch with us. Thanks for joining us. We will talk to you again soon.
Good compete level, guys.
Good compete
Well done,
level.
yeah.